And now, your 60-second piano lesson.
All right, so this is that part in the Mario song that goes. Right, so the first part's very easy. You just find a C. That means you find any group of 2 black notes, and then the note right below that is going to be a C, and you're just going to play that note, and then up 1, and then up 1. The part that makes it sound so cool is when you add in these notes down here. So this is an A flat. This is the note that's in the middle of a group of 3 black notes, and you go up to the next black note, and then you're gonna go up to that C. That's the same note that we found up here, the one that's right below a group of 2 black notes. So when you do that together, that's found all over the place, not just in Mario, but in other songs too. Good luck, have fun.
And now, your 60-second piano lesson.
So there's this old ending that we have to the songs of shave and a haircut, 5 pence, cents? I don't know, something old-timey. So anyway, the way that's gonna be played is you got a C, then we're gonna go down to a G. So the C is the one that's right below a group of 2 black notes. And then you're gonna go down basically 3 notes, 1, 2, 3. Play a couple of those, 1 up, 1 down, and then we wanna end up on the C. We're gonna play this one right before the C, and then that one. So, like that. Another option is to just go straight down to this one, and then use the note that's on both sides of that one. So, C down to G, like that. Anyway, so there's shaving a haircut, 5 somethings.
It's a blessing to see people with their heads up to the sky still. 'Cause honestly, for the same people, life can be so real. I'm amazed by all your strength, I am. And I'm grateful you come through. die for you all now. I put my light in the air for you. I see what you do, yeah, I see what you're going through. I put my light in the air, the truth is you're beautiful, beautiful. Now put your light in the air for us. Everybody singing together, sing a new song. Now put your light in the air for love. It's beautiful, beautiful.
Welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin, and as you can tell from the countdown clock here, the lesson is about to begin. If this is your first time playing piano, welcome. I'm very excited for you. You're going to do great. Hopefully you already received from us the welcome packet in the mail, and maybe you even got started on the Absolute Beginners video pack to teach you the names of the notes and things like that. But if not, that's fine. You'll do great. I'll show you how to play all the notes. And if I'm going too fast for you, you can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. You can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. And even if you only learn a little bit of this song and you don't learn the whole thing, you'll still learn enough to help you build skills so you can learn other songs faster in the future. So jump in, give it a try. You're bound to end up at least a little bit better than you even are right now. Throughout the lesson, I may refer to Raffle Academy, and you can check out that link on the website if you want. Basically, it's a program that takes you all the way from learning the names of the notes, the very beginning, through 12 levels of classical and jazz music, through all the skills that you would need to become a professional pianist. So you would learn all the same stuff that you would learn if you're taking regular traditional piano lessons, probably plus a little bit more, but it takes about 5 to 10 years to complete. So you can just try out the first level, see if it's the kind of thing that you like, or if you just care about today's lesson and learning this song, then just ignore all those references and focus on today's lesson. If you're watching this at LearnPianoLive.com, there should be a PDF and an MP3 button right next to this video. The MP3 is a play-along track that you can use to practice more after the lesson, but a lot of students like to print out the PDF right now so they have it during the lesson. Careful, it could be up to like 30 pages, so just find the couple pages that you want and print those out. If you decide not to, that's fine. I'll show you all of the notes on screen as we go through it. And we will be going through 5 different levels of this song that all use the same play-along track. So even if you've never played piano before, you'll still be able to do level 1. And then as we go through level 2, 3, 4, and 5, then when we use that same play-along track, you just keep playing your same version. If you're watching this lesson in the archives and you have a question during the lesson, then feel free to click on that survey button. And at the end of the survey, there's a place for you to ask your question, and I will do my best to get back to you with the answer to that question. But if you're with us live as we're recording this today, then feel free to click on that chat button, and you can talk with all the other students who are logged in during the live lesson. And if you have a question about the lesson, then you can just go ahead and type that into the box that says, Ask Jamin a question, and we will do our best to answer that question live in the lesson. All right, I think that's the end of the boring stuff. I'm ready to learn a song. Stay tuned at the end of the lesson and I'll show you how to win more points and earn more prizes next week. But for right now, let's get this party started. And finally, welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. It feels like it's been forever. My name is Jamin. This is Glorious Gabe. He's our in-studio student who's going to be learning the song right along with you for the first time. And I don't think you know this song, do you?
I do not think
It's
so.
the theme song for the Raffle music. So every week when we do the broadcast, it goes, jump, 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 da-da-da-dum, jump, jump, da-da-da. And you feel the adrenaline of like, maybe I won $10. I hope I won $10. This is the music that goes along with that. So you can create that same adrenaline rush whenever you want by yourself. This is the incomparable Kendra moderating the chat room.
Guess what? This weekend was my birthday weekend. I just turned 16 and I'm so excited. Thank you.
To
Oh, no.
Kendra.
Oh, no.
I don't know.
Thank you.
birthday. That's
Thanks.
wonderful. And you did I probably went shopping or something.
Yes,
that a
I went
teenager would do.
shopping, and my friend and I went to an arcade. It was
Yeah,
great.
That's
And
cool.
I'm doing a 24-hour readathon challenge next weekend.
Not as punishment, because you
no,
want to.
I want to. My friends are in it too. I'm so excited. This is
Cool.
what I do for fun.
Well, tell us about our weekly activity.
This week is the treble clef dice, and you just cut out the dice and tape them together so you can test yourself on the treble clef. And tag Learn Piano Live when you post a picture on Facebook or Instagram for 150 bonus points from Clopple, our favorite mascot.
Yeah, that's a fun one. Cool. Well, today we have a relatively short song. Hi, Clopple. It's a short song this week. So hopefully you'll be able to pick up all of the notes. They're kind of fast, but it's short and repetitive. So you are going to take off, go practice the song out there, and you all are going to find an A. And if you already know how to find an A, you're way ahead of me. So what we probably want to do is find a group of 3 black notes. Like, that would work right there. That wouldn't work. That's a group of 2. You don't want a group of 2. You want a group of 3, and you're going to take the middle note in a group of 3 and just drag it a little bit up or a little bit to the right, a little bit that direction, and you'll land on an A every single time. So we're going to play that 6 times, but 3 of them are slow and 3 of them are fast. So, hey, you guys is the first 3 of them. And then you're going to play them again 3 more times, but this time a whole lot faster. These 3 will be faster. I want to. In fact, they're so fast that really you kind of have to think of the phrase as being like this. A, A, A. This is an F here. Don't worry about the letter. Just take that A that you're already playing and then just go down, skip over this note right here. Don't play that one. Skip down to that one. So if you play A, F, that's really more like what that's going to feel like instead of just 3 A's by themselves and then a break and then an F. So, hey, you guys, I want to win. If you can do that much, that's great. And that's like half the song already, because all you have to do after that is repeat that F, and we have the same exact move. This set of 3 Fs is going to lean really heavily into this G right here. So, surprise. So, I will be so. That's the part to practice. Don't just practice 6 A's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 6 F's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not going to work. However, that seems to be the way that every human being's brain works. So if you were already doing that, like, oh yeah, I can play 6 A's, and then I can play 6 F's, that just means that you're normal, and also means that you got to watch out for this transition right here between these 3 A's and that F. Then at the end, after you play a bunch of G's, this thing right here is the thing that's going to need all the practice. It's going to go to a D, way, way up to a D. So if we can think of this A right here as the first letter in the alphabet, we just go over 1. That would land us on the next letter in the alphabet, which is a B, because A, B, and then next would be C, and next would be D. So this one's going to be a D. So we're just going to play that D, and then we're just going to come straight down, and then straight down, and then skip, and then skip. So after you find that D, you come down once, you come down twice, you skip once, you skip twice, and then come back right back to that same exact note. And that would be, let's go, I just can't wait. And then we're going to repeat the whole entire thing. By the way, in music, if we just have 2 dots right there, the 2 dots by themselves would mean repeat. But we wrote the word repeat in there for you too. So we're going to repeat the whole thing. I just can't, let's go, I just can't wait. Hey, you guys. Let's try it with the track. It would sound something like this. You guys. Let's try that again, sorry. Hey, you guys, I want to win that prize. I will be so surprised, but let's go, I just can't wait. Hey, you guys, I want to win that prize. I will be so surprised, but let's go, I just can't wait. But end it on an A, that would be cool, because that's kind of the note that the whole thing ends on after you repeat it. But in the actual song, the Raffle music is way longer than that, and that all repeats while other instruments play other parts on top of that and stuff. So when the Raffle music starts this week, you can just jump right in and play at least the first A's, maybe get to the F's as well. Let's try this again. Let's try this one last time through. Wait, now you gotta give me one full one. Here we go, ready, go. Hey, you guys, I want to win that prize. I will be so surprised, but let's go, I just can't. And again, hey, you guys, I want to win that prize. I will be so surprised, but let's go, I just can't wait. And end it on an A, maybe. All right, so that is all of them, which means it's time for our feature of the week. And this week, it's the question of the day. This week, I want to know from you. We've got summer coming up. School is ending. What are your great summer plans? My great summer plans was to, before summer, go to Disneyland, and I will be sharing some pictures with you of our Disneyland trip. That was awesome. Favorite rides? I don't know, because we don't really ride that many rides because my kids are kind of too young to do the big rides. So we saw a lot of characters, Tinkerbell and Peter Pan and all the princesses and everybody except for Moana. Where's Moana? Moana was not around, so that was the one thing that was on our list that we did not get to. But anyway, lots of pictures and stories coming your way. I want you to tell me, though, what are you going to have pictures and stories of after this summer is over? Let's go to level 2.
Transitioning to level 2. This may be confusing to level 1 students, so please continue to practice the level 1 version or visit learnpianolive.com/level 2 for a detailed explanation on how to level up.
So sadly, the lesson preview has come to an end, and it's time to say goodbye to everyone watching the free streams. Of course, paying subscribers at learnpianolive.com can continue watching this lesson and several hundred others like it in the archives. So come on over and check us out, and if you like what you saw, at least like and subscribe, and then tell your friends to head on over to learnpianolive.com to start enjoying this journey with us. Okay, and here we go on level 2. It's all the exact same stuff. We've just put it on the official lines and spaces so you can start to read some music here. But we also let you cheat by putting the letters inside of the notes. But that's where the notes would go if it was official, real sheet music. And as you can tell here, we've got some dotted quarter notes. If you're in Clopple Academy level 3, I believe you're already running into dotted quarter notes. And then we've got a bunch of eighth notes at the end because we are in 12/8 time, which means we're counting to 12 using eighth notes. Counting to 12 using eighth notes. So this would be 3 eighth notes here. 1, 2, 3. This would be 4, 5, 6. 3 more eighth notes right there. There'd be 3 more eighth notes right here. 7, 8, 9. And then each of these eighth notes would be 10 and 11 and 12. So as you can see, this note and this note and this note are worth 3 times as much as that note. If that didn't make any sense, that's perfectly fine. You can jump into Clopple Academy or just ignore it and just play the song. Thanks. So that's why those 3, though, are longer and why we have those dots off to the side there. And then these guys right here are not dotted quarter notes, so just a regular old quarter note. So those are going to get 1, 2. This would get 3, 4. This would get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and sure enough, 11 and 12. 12 eighth notes right there if we were counting with eighth notes because each of these quarter notes is worth 2 eighth notes. Okay, so all of that aside, I think it's just time to play the song again and read through the music here. Let's try it. Hey, you guys, I want to win that prize. I will be so surprised, but let's go, I just can't. And then do it again. Hey, you guys, I want to win that prize. I will be so surprised, but let's go, I just can't wait. And ended on an A at the end, and we should probably have a repeat sign in here. Now in the real song, like the full version, if we want to add in the other instruments and stuff, it would go on and stuff. It wouldn't just repeat that over and over. But when the Raffle music plays today, you are just going to repeat these notes. Bum, 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 bum. So you'll play all of that, and I think let's just go again. I I've got a feeling he just jumps in every time I say let's go again. It seems like it. I don't know. Here we go. Hey, you guys, I want to win that prize. I will be so surprised, but let's go. I just can't. And then repeat again. You guys, I want to win that prize. I will be so surprised, but let's go. I just can't wait. There we go. Oh, and I forgot the A at the end of it. All right, cool. That's all of that. I guess that means it's time for Mailbag.
If you'd like to win an extra 750 points by being the Mailbag winner, just fill out the survey at the end of the lesson or send us a message anytime during the week using the contact button at the top of the page.
And this week is from Trent Scott Adams, who says, Dear Jamin, what's the best way to learn to read music? Okay, so I've got a feeling this didn't actually come from Trent Scott Adams. It actually came from Trent Scott Adams' mom. But whatever. The answer for the mom is, if you want to learn to read, you got to do a lot of reading. So in the same way that you just got to read a lot of books, if you want to learn how to read, and you do little easy books at the beginning and then harder books in the end, when you want to read music, you just got to start with easy, really super easy songs and that you can read, and then just try harder and harder and harder ones. Okay, but in case it was actually Trent Scott Adams and not his mom, then the way that you're going to read music is just do all the stuff that you're doing, learn the song maybe on level 1 or level 2, and then take a look at the next level up. So here's the trick. Level 2, we just copy that into level 3. It's the exact same thing. So even though we're not on level 3, I'm going to jump ahead and show you level 3. This is the exact same thing as level 2, except now we've added in, of course, the left hand. But you'll notice the right hand stays exactly the same, except it's missing the letters inside. So it does not have an A written in here. So what you can do is learn the song on level 2 and then jump ahead to level 3 and then just try to read these notes that you already read on level 2. And that way you kind of know the notes, but you got to look at this and use this to read the notes. And then, of course, same thing with the left hand. You can do the same thing with the left hand. So in the left hand, you can just either fill these in so you don't have the letters right there and try to read them in the bass clef, or you can push on to level 4 and then you'll be reading those notes in level 4. So whatever level you're on, try reading the next level, and that'll probably be the easiest way to learn how to read sheet music. If you do that enough times, eventually the letters inside, it'll almost become annoying. Like it'll be so much easier to do it without the notes in there than to have them in there, that you'll just be reading music. And when I give you the music at the beginning, we're doing level 1, you'll just jump ahead to level 4 because it's easier for you to do level 4 than to be annoyed by all the letters inside of the notes. I know that sounds magical and amazing and like it can't be true, but that really is true. If you try enough of these, whatever level you're on, just try reading the next level, even if you don't do the whole thing, even if you just do that one chunk of it right there. Bam, just try to read all of that. Those are all A's because they're on the second space, which is the first one's an F, the second space is an A, the next one's a C, the next one's an E. So that note right there is an A. So those are all A's. Okay, and then you just do the rest of them the same way. That one would be an F because F is on the bottom space, and then A, and then C, and then E. Okay, so I think you get the idea. Whatever level you're on, jump ahead to the next level, and it's time for us now to actually jump on to the next level. Let's go to level 3.
Transitioning to level 3. This may be confusing to level 1 and 2 students. Please continue to practice your own level, or visit learnpianolive.com/level 3 to understand how this level works.
And not in Mailbag this week is the question that I get every week from lots of people, which is, what is the right level for me, or is it okay if I change this note or change that note if I don't play the level exactly? Absolutely. You just play it however you want. This is just sounds. We're just making sounds with buttons here. So, press whatever buttons you want that you think sound good. And then this is how we write out those buttons and those sounds. So, if you want to try all of level 3, but you don't like this G right here, we'll try the G. And if you don't end up liking it, then switch it to something else. There's nothing that says you have to do it exactly this way. If you can do it this way, switch it to whatever you want. Okay, so what this says, though, that we're supposed to do the right way is to play an A at the beginning right with hey, and then play an F right with when, and then play a C with so, and then play a G with let's, and then an E with just. So that would sound something like this. Hey, you guys, I want to win that prize. I will be so surprised, but let's go. I I just can't wait. Let's try doing that with the track. Here we go. Hey, you guys, I want to win that prize. I will be so surprised, but let's go. I just can't wait. Hey, you guys, I want to win that prize. I will be so surprised, but let's go. I just can't wait. And then end it with maybe an A in both hands. Or you can just end it, just can't wait, and then not play the last one, and that would kind of be suspenseful too. Okay, let's try this again. Hey, you guys, I want to win that prize. I will be so surprised, but let's go. I just can't wait. Hey, you guys, I want to win that prize. I will be so surprised, but let's go. I just can't wait. And then end it with an A in both hands. Let's try this thing one more time before we check in with Glorious Gabe. You guys, I want to. Hey, you guys, I want to win that prize. I will be so surprised, but let's go. I just can't wait. And A's at the end. A lot of A's maybe at the end. All right, time to check in with Glorious Gabe. Have a seat, friend. And how's it going out there?
Pretty good.
Now, you are one of the people who usually likes to read level 5 stuff, right? With all the numbers. But you're being forced to do all the letter stuff out there. Do you know where your first note is? Beautiful. And you usually think of that one as a number 6. Yes. Okay, wonderful. But you're also changing keys and stuff like that. So your 6 is now these days changing into all kinds of different places. Okay, cool. So yeah, are you ready? You just jump in? Okay. It just starts. So you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, go. Hey, you guys, I want to win that prize. I will be so surprised, but let's go. I just can't wait. Hey, oh yeah. Guys, I want to win that prize. I will be so surprised, but let's go. Oh, beautiful. Okay, cool. So then the trick for the left hand is, and I didn't tell them this, so don't tell anybody, but on the left hand, the first notes just stay the same. So when you're playing A's up here, you're going to play an A down there. And then when you play an F, yeah. So it doesn't even get hard until the last 3 notes. You guys, I want to, you guys, I want to win. Yeah, that prize. Will be, and then that's what. Oh, look at you go! Okay, yeah. So you can go out and practice those last 2 notes, but that sounds pretty epic already. This is where you point at them though, and you say,
Let's level up.
Let's level
Transitioning
up.
to level 4. This may be unsettling to lower levels. Please continue to practice your own level, or visit learnpianolive.com/level4 for an in-depth explanation on how to conquer this level.
All right, cool. So now we're going to add in all the additional notes. We already said here, of course, that we don't have any of the letters in any of the notes. This is just for people who are practicing actually reading, sight reading music. So we can play this A right here, and in the left hand play not only that A that we were already playing, that we played a second ago with Glorious Gabe, but also the note that is a perfect fifth above. We use perfect fifths all the time in the left hand. So that just means that you're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 half steps. I know that's frustrating. The number is 7 half steps to get up to a perfect fifth, but it's called a fifth because of the numbers of letters that are involved, not because of how many steps you go up. So an A and a B and a C and a D and an E, A, B, C, D, E. There's 5 letters involved, but there's 7 half steps. I know it's confusing, but if you go up 7 half steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you'll come up with this thing that is important that happens to be called a perfect fifth. Okay, so that thing right there is what we're gonna play, and then the same exact thing. We played an F before, now we're gonna go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 half steps and find that upper note. So basically playing all of the level 3 stuff with the pinky and inserting the thumb 7 half steps above. So surprise, let's go, I just can't wait. Here we go. Hey, you guys, I want to win that prize. I will be so surprised, but let's go. I just can't wait. Hey, you guys, I want to win that prize. I will be so surprised, but let's go. I just can't. All right. There were a couple additional notes that I added in there. They were all notes out of the chords. So during the A minor section, I am allowed to put any notes out of the A minor chord that I want to include in here. So that's A's and C's and E's. Anywhere that I want to in that entire section that is A minor until it gets to the F, it's all A minor. So that means that if I want to, I can play A's and C's and E's. So A's, C's, E's, A's, C's, E's, A's, C's, E's. And I can put in any of these that I want. Hey, you guys, I want to. We could do that if we wanted to, or a lot of A's down here. You guys, I want to. Then we just follow the chords for the next sections, the F chord, the C chord, the G chord, and the E minor chord that are all listed on the next page in case you're not already familiar with those. And if I do that a lot, it would sound something like this. Hey, you guys, I want to win that prize. I will be so surprised. So let's go. I just can't wait. Yes. I will be so A minor at the end. All right, so then if you wanted to do that, you can add in all those that you want. The only trick is I would recommend, as much as possible, leaving the melody note. Okay, I will go faster. Real quick. Whatever the melody note is, whatever's written here, if it says an A, make sure that an A is the highest note that you have. So you can have all the A's and C's and E's that you want, but make sure the highest note that you have is an A, and you don't end up playing A's and C's and E's like that, and then you don't have an A at the top. The top note here would be an E. You don't want that. So whatever it says that the melody is supposed to be, you want that to be the highest note. Hey, you guys, I want to. That's all fine. Or hey, you guys, I want to. You know, any of that is you. That's all fine as long as you have an A at the top, or the top could even be down here. Hey, you guys, that's perfectly fine too, as long as that A is the top note, and then on the next one where it says that it's supposed to be F, win that prize. So whatever the melody is, make sure that's the top part. We'll go faster, Clapple. Here we go. Hey, you guys, I want to win that prize. I will be so surprised. Let's go, I just. All right. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. Even though it's a really simple song, we've got all the chords and all the time signatures and all that stuff. But not all of it's stuff you know. Most of it's just secret information.
Secret information.
And today I have for you the secret information. Let's see here. That in this song, don't tell anyone, but 12/8 right here, this really, it just feels like 4/4. If you listen to the track, it feels like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Listen to the track. Here, check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It feels like it's in 4, even though it says that it's in 12, because 12/8 usually feels like 4, but each of those 4 is split up into a set of 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's kind of how 12/8 feels. It doesn't feel like 12 individual beats. It feels like 4. That's why it's kind of broken up into chunks. Like there's a chunk right there, that's 1, and there's a chunk right there, that's 2. There's a chunk right there, and that's 3, and then there's a chunk right there, that's 4. So a set of 3 is like one beat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Even though it's like the insane version, this is gonna be really fast. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Even that though, it's still gonna feel like 4. So if you hear a song and you feel like you're counting 4, but each of them, like you keep running into a thing where there's like 3 of them, 3 notes in a single beat, it's probably 12/8. So that's the first thing, is that 12/8 feels like 4, but with sets of 3. And the other thing is, this song is supposed to be in the key of A minor, which means that we begin and end on A minor, which we do in this song. So it seems like it would totally be in A minor, except for this chord right here. As we've talked about before, the 5 chord in any key is supposed to be a major chord. Well, if A is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this thing should be a major chord, an E major chord. It should be like that. So the song should go like this. Hey, you guys, I want to win that prize. I will be so surprised, but let's go. I just can't wait. With an E major there, but this one has an E minor, and occasionally in the key of A minor or in a minor key, the 5 chord will be minor, but it's really, really rare. So that's kind of the weirdest part. Even more weird than the 12/8 thing is you have a song that's in the key of A minor and the 5 chord is a minor chord. What's up with that? It's not supposed to happen, but shh, don't tell anybody, because most people don't care and they're not smart enough to figure that out anyway. Let's level up.
Transitioning to level 5. This may be terrifying to lower levels. Please continue to practice your own level or visit learnpianolive.com/level5 for training on how to survive this level.
Okay, so back to normal here. We've got level 5. This is Glorious Gabe and Highest Elias and several other people's favorite, I think this is Trent Scott Adams' favorite version too, where we just play the numbers. We throw out all of the letters. So we've got this, could be called a C, but it's so much easier if we just call this a 1. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Now this song is actually in the key of C. The greatest thing about level 5 stuff and doing all this in numbers is that you can just move those numbers to any key that you want. You can play 12 different versions of every song. Literally 12 different versions of every single song if you just get used to playing in the numbers instead of thinking about all the letters. But this song is already in the key of C. So if we learn this song in the key of C, we can change it to the actual song, which is in the key of C. And that's no different at all. So if you're a numbers person, then you'll probably like this one, and we don't even have to change the key. It's going to start on a 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In this case, we're finding the C first, so the number 1. We're finding that first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we play 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. And then notice here it goes from a 5 up to a 2. So we're going to go, instead of 5 to 2, we're going to go 5 up to 2. 1, 7, 5, 3, 5, and then back at it again. And of course, the left hand is following the purple line here, which is a 6. And if you want to, you can just build the chord that's on whatever number that is. So just every other note. That would sound pretty cool right there. Like that would be the 6th chord in this key. And the next one is going to be a 4 right here on the purple line. So we'd have the 4 and then just every other note starting on the 4. And then we could go to the 1 and then just build every other note starting on the 1. And then the 5, and then the 3, and that's what your left hand would do, or some version of it. You could take these notes from the 6th chord and split them up, or play them one at a time, or whatever you want to do, just like we were doing in level 4 with the chords. You can play those 3 notes anywhere you want, and it's still going to work out. So let's try this. I'm going to try to call out the numbers, and then we'll be checking in with Glorious Gabe. Here we go. Good luck to us all. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 2, 1, 7, 5, 3, 5, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 2, 1, 7, 5, 3, 5, and ends on a 6th chord. Okay, so we're doing Glorious Gabe's version. Glorious Gabe, come on over. Hi. So, yeah. I don't know. Oh, he looks ready. I'm not even going to ask him any questions. Ready, set, play. You guys, I want to win that prize will be so surprised. But let's go, I just can't wait. Hey, you guys, I want to win that prize. Let's go, I just can't wait. Yes, and ended on a 6. Oh my, yes, I love it. Cool. So this happens with everybody. You did a beautiful job. The end of the first time, of course, we messed up those last notes there, but that always happens because people think like, oh, once I learn the right hand, then all I have to do is add in the left hand, but that's not how it works ever. You learn the right hand and then you start to think about the left hand and your right hand breaks every single time. And people are like, what happened? I used to know the song. Well, that's what happens. So throwing in your left hand always messes up your right hand, but your right hand still stayed solid through almost all of the notes. So if you're dealing with that at home too, you're like, I can do the right hand, but every time I throw in the left hand, it messes me up. Yeah, it messes everybody up. It's just really, really hard to do. But this master right here, he's nailing it. He's going to have this in no time. But it is time for everyone to get ready on whether you want to call that a 6 or an A or whatever you want to call that. Some people do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. Some people call this a la. Okay, whatever you call that note, get ready on that note. It's going to be super, super fast. It's time for our actual raffle. Here come the notes. Ready, set, let's go. Congratulations, Akam. Let us know what prize you want. And our chat winner today is?
Jones Band.
Jones Band. And this next week is going to be we will be here. We'll be here for a live lesson. Sorry about the awkwardness on the site with the live stream. And then we're going to be doing the featured song for the music lessons in a box. So you'll be getting your costumes and sheet music in the mail in no time. Love you. See you next week. Bye. Hey, great, you're still here, so you must want more. Well, I've got 4 things for you: archives, practice tips, points, and jokes. First of all, if you didn't like this week's song, I'm sorry, and you can always go to learnpianolive.com/next song and vote for what our next song should be. And right now you can go to the Kids Lesson Archives and just pick a different song and work on that this week. Now you probably don't have the whole song down yet, so what you can do is, this helps a lot of people, just next time pretend that you're the in-studio student and that in level 3 and level 5 we're going to be checking in with you and you've got to play at least some of the songs. I find that my students that come in and they're the in-studio students, they actually learn the songs way faster than they learn their regular songs I give them in their regular lessons. So if you just pretend that you're the in-studio student and that someone's going to be watching you, then that might help a lot. Also, you have the practice log that you can send in for extra points, and that can help you practice. And there's the daily challenge where you get extra points for logging your practice time there as well. Just click on daily challenge and it will play a video that doesn't have any sound really. You just practice, and then every now and then you'll hear a sound like this.
The number 7.
And then once you collect all of the letters and numbers, then you just put them in and you submit that, and you get points for doing that, and you get better because in between all those letters and numbers, you're practicing your song from the week. Of course, once you know the song, then definitely record yourself on your mom's cell phone or on your tablet or on whatever, and use the video submission button, and so you can send us your video that way and get points for that as well. You might even become the featured video for the week. All right, so let's move on to points. Here's the different ways you can get points. You can get up to 50 points just for participating in the chat in the live lesson. You get 300 points on top of that if you are the person in the chat room that week who makes the most helpful comments during the chat. That daily music challenge thing that I told you about, every day when you click on that and you submit the secret code, 150 points just for doing that. Every song comes with a practice log, and if you fill that out and have your parents sign it and you send that in, that's worth 300 points right there. Each week on Facebook and in the email that we send you, we give you a new weekly activity. It's just a fun little maze or puzzle or something to do. Doesn't really have much to do with music, but it does have something to do with that week's song, and it has something to do with getting you 150 points. Then if you click on survey at the end of the lesson and you fill that out and give us some feedback about the song, then we've given out up to 500 points before for great comments and feedback in the survey. Of course, submit your videos of you playing. Almost every video that gets submitted earns at least 200 points, even if it's not perfect. I guess work on it a little bit, but I'm just saying it doesn't have to be perfect. Here's another one. Every single month at learnpianolive.com/contest, we have a contest and usually give out at least 400 points, and oftentimes there are other gift cards and other prizes included in that contest. Okay, now we're getting into some big numbers. If you ever go to a concert that is classical music or it's classic jazz, which means like swing and bebop and stuff like that, you can ask your parents if it's a classic jazz concert. Then you get 500 points just by having your parents let us know what concert you attended. Now I keep asking you to send us your videos, and almost always you get points right up front for submitting those videos. Don't forget to put the legal disclaimer on your video. You have to say at the beginning, this is for use at kidslearnpianolive.com. But here's an additional way to pick up 750 points. If later on, a month down the road, a year down the road, 5 years down the road, if one of the videos that you submit to us ever gets 1,000 views, send us the link to your video. We will give you 750 points. Okay, but is there anything that I could do that's worth thousands of points? Yes, there is. If you're in Clopple Academy, every time you go from level 1 to level 2, or level 2 to level 3, every single time you level up, you get 3,000 points. And that's not even the biggest one. You get 5,000 points every single time someone signs up for kidslearnpianolive.com and they say that you are the one who sent it here. Okay, last thing before I say goodbye. For real, I told you that I would tell you my favorite joke, and here it is. A butcher backs up into his meat grinder and gets a little behind in his work. Gets a little behind in his work because he's a butcher. It's funny, trust me, it's awesome. If you didn't think it was funny, that's fine. But go to learnpianolive.com/jokes and you can see some of our students' favorite jokes and you can submit your own. I think that's finally it. I will see you in another live lesson. Love ya. Good luck. Have fun.